Yeah, hi, this is Greg, and welcome again to Greg's Minute in the Cloud. And today it's going to be day three of my video and article series. And there's an article over on gregscloud.com, or there will be, that accompanies this video and others in the series today. I'm going to talk about attention deficit disorder again, ADHD. But today, some celebrities and well-known public figures who have or are thought to have had ADHD. So some examples: Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, has said that he was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult. Wow. Tom Hanks, American actor, producer, director. Tom Hanks is on record saying that he was diagnosed with ADHD as a child. Keanu Reeves, a Canadian actor, The Matrix, I love that. He was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult. Someone knows initially denied having ADHD when diagnosed, but eventually accepted the diagnosis. And when she was first diagnosed with ADHD, the singer-songwriter and artist said she didn't find solace in finally having an answer, but she was diagnosed with it twice anyway. Paris Hilton was diagnosed with ADHD at a young age and managed to get through her career pretty well with it. Michael Rodriguez finds it challenging to transition. Veronica Peretti struggled with the label. Mel B uses exercises to manage symptoms. Olivia Atwood was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult and sought help to manage the condition. George Harrison faced challenges in school due to undiagnosed ADHD, and he was believed it wasn't discussed enough. Adam Levine copes with ADHD while songwriting and emphasizes the importance of accepting one's condition. You know, it's not a label, but it's an answer, an explanation. Erin O'Connor discovered that she had ADHD in her 40s and appreciates understanding how her brain functions. Tanya Bardsley felt relieved after a diagnosis of ADHD and recognizes that it benefits her in her entrepreneurial pursuits. Emma Watson, the actress known for her role in Harry Potter series, is diagnosed with comorbid hyperactivity type ADHD, demonstrating that even Renaissance women can have ADHD. Rory Bremner, famous satirist and comedian, has acknowledged having ADHD and using it to create outside of the box thinking. TV presenter Ant McPartlin was diagnosed with ADHD in 2018 and appreciates the condition's benefits in his life, the television career, despite his challenges in personal life. Famous chef Jamie Oliver, vocal advocate for healthy eating, was diagnosed with ADHD during childhood, and he emphasized the importance of diet in managing ADHD. That'll be something else we'll talk about later on, nutrition. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft and philanthropist, dropped out of Harvard to pursue his passion for technology in the computer revolution, and he's thought to have ADHD. In fact, some people think he has Asperger's, even though it's not a diagnosis used anymore. Walt Disney, the animation industry pioneer, had ADHD, which fueled his creativity and enabled him to build an empire around animated movies. Swimmer Michael Phelps channeled his ADHD symptoms into swimming, becoming one of the most decorated Olympians with continuous praise and encouragement. Channing Tatum, a renowned actor, publicly shares his childhood struggles with ADHD. Presenter Richard Bacon was diagnosed at the age of 42 with ADHD, found relief in improving his life through the diagnosis. Albert Einstein, the famous physicist and mathematician, is thought to have ADHD by many scholars, and ADHD is exceptional mind and achievement. That's why they think that he had ADHD. Will Smith, well-known actor and singer, courageously discussed his childhood battle with ADHD, which had an impact on his grades. Will had ADHD as a child, which impaired his ability to concentrate, and it caused him to act impulsively. But despite being that, you're capable of achieving high a highly academic. Will Smith, apart from punching people, good guy. Just not really. David Nealon, airline entrepreneur, who founded JetBlue Airlines, and he's openly discussed having ADHD and even attributed some of his entrepreneurial success to the condition. Ty Pennington, known for a TV host, carpenter and designer, shows like Trading Spaces and Extreme Makeover, Home Edition, ADHD. Pennington has openly discussed having ADHD, and he credits his creativity and energy to that. Howie Mandel, known comedian and actor and television host, known for hosting Deal or No Deal. Howie has openly talked about having ADHD and obsessive compulsive disorder. Britney Spears, iconic pop star. Britney when she went public in 2012 with ADHD while she was performing as a judge on The X Factor. Diagnosed with the condition as a child. She needed to take regular breaks during filming because of her symptoms. Whoopi Goldberg, actress, comedian, debatable, and television host, and Emmy, Grammy, and Oscar and Tony Award winner. Whoopi Goldberg publicly talked about her ADHD. Mozart is thought to have had ADHD, classical music composer, prolific in the classical era. Some historians and scholars have theorized that Mozart may have exhibited ADHD-like behavior, but it's speculative. Gymnast Simone Biles, who won loads of Olympic medals, was open about her ADHD, and the medical records were actually hacked, and that's kind of how it was exposed. Funny guy Jim Carrey, spoken about dealing with ADHD and depression through his art. Ryan Gosling, successful actor, was homeschooled after having a difficult time in school due to undiagnosed ADHD, and his mum's unwavering support helped him overcome his challenges to achieve success. British entrepreneur Richard Branson, an adventurer extraordinaire, has dyslexia and ADHD, but he hasn't let it hinder his accomplishments. John T. Chambers, the CEO of Cisco Systems, has ADHD, and he thought it was a weakness at first, but he said it helped him see connections in data and survive economic downturns. And he said that people with ADHD are the inventors and the innovators, the movers and the doers, the dreamers who built America. Founder of IKEA, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of Korea, adapted his business to accommodate his ADHD and dyslexia, improving businesses can be inclusive and successful. Charles Schwab is thought to have had ADHD. Trevor Noah, the host of the Today Show, has openly shared his personal struggle with ADHD and depression. Daniel Kwan, the director of Everything Everywhere All at Once, discovered that he had ADHD while he was researching for his film. Johnny Depp, the actor, was diagnosed with ADHD and a mood disorder while battling substance abuse. Justin Timberlake, superstar recording artist. Justin has got both OCD and ADHD, and he shared his frustration with these conditions. Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters frontman, has revealed his childhood diagnosis of ADHD and how he channeled his energy into his music. Sam Fender, musician, credits his ADHD for his drive and creativity in his successful music career. Will I Am, Grammy Award-winning recorded artist, uses music as ADHD therapy and believes it helps him focus. Scott Kelly, the astronaut, was diagnosed with ADHD in his youth and found motivation to pursue his career after reading about astronauts. Karina Smirnoff, Dancing with the Stars, known for Dancing with the Stars, was diagnosed with ADHD in adulthood and manages the symptoms through medication. Loyal Karna, hip-hop artist, was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia during school years, but has embraced this condition as a superpower. Adam Levine, Maroon 5's lead singer, was diagnosed with ADHD as a child, and he manages his symptoms as an adult, and he thrives in his career. Bex Taylor Klaus, the actor, embraces their ADHD, advising others to manage and see it as a positive trait. Shane Victorino, the MLB player, has been very outspoken about ADHD and his diagnosis, and he manages his symptoms very well. And you'll have to excuse the way that I'm like, I have some teeth missing due to medication, making my teeth fall out. I'm waiting for partials, so my enunciation is a little bit kind of off. James Carville, very successful political strategist, credits his ADHD with giving him hyper focus and energy in his careers. And talking about hyper focus, oh my gosh, I went on a mental hyper focus episode yesterday. I take part in something called a creative work hour. It's this really cool concept, and my good friend Alessandra set this up, and we meet every day on Zoom at 10 o'clock. We do a little bit kind of meditation, and then we say what we want to work on, and we go off and do it and come back and say how we did. I started writing the article which accompanies yesterday's video. It was only supposed to be a couple of minutes long, a very short article. 11:30 at night before I got done, and I've got even more to do. But anyway, back to this. Daniel Coe, the chef of staff to the Boston mayor, Walsh Daniel Koff, sees his ADHD as a strength that's helped him succeed. Ryan Gosling was diagnosed with ADHD and bullied at school. Talked about that. Terry Bradshaw, former NFL quarterback and sports analyst, a legend broadcaster, who was diagnosed with ADHD later in life, describes his struggles with the disorder in his book, It's Only a Game. Lisa Ling, the journalist and television host and former co-host of The View, was diagnosed with ADHD while reporting on the disorder in an interview with Today's Parents. She revealed that she had ADHD, and she's actually benefited her in enabling her to hyper-focus on things that she's enthusiastic about. Carla Delavins, I got that wrong, who has ADHD and depression, said that the worst part of growing up was that the conditions weren't really known about, and she wasn't able to communicate how she was feeling. Alexander Graham Bell, Scottish-born inventor who developed the telephone, may have had ADHD, which led him to struggle to focus with organization and focus. So Leonardo da Vinci, there's two neuroscientists that think that Leonardo's procrastination and time management issues may have been due to ADHD, which could explain his genius. Thomas Edison, Edison's life and his behavior, classic ADHD characteristics, is thought to have had ADHD. JFK, John F. Kennedy, ADHD didn't stop him. Other people who were thought to have ADHD or were thought to have: John Lennon, George Bernard Shaw, Jules Laverne, Dave Pikey, the Captain Underpants author and Dogman. He sees ADHD and dyslexia as a superpower. Let me see who else: Jim Caviezel, Wendy Davis, Woody Harrelson, Tracy Gold, Robin Williams. There's some famous YouTubers who are thought to have ADHD or do have. I'll put those in the article. Some famous athletes: Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Andre Brown, Josh Freeman, Louis Smith, Pete Rose, Vigil Green, Babe Ruth. Some writers and a journalist: Ed Hollowell, he's a psychiatrist who has ADHD and has written several books which are absolutely wonderful. Henry Winkler, Jerry Lawson, Catherine Elson, Mark Twain. Famous TV chefs. We talked about Jamie Oliver, Jennifer Herrera, Heston Blumenthal. There's also media personalities: David Blaine, Joan Rivers, Justin Bieber, Zion Malik. Benjamin Franklin was thought to have ADHD. Glenn Beck, Kendrick Meek, Dean Kamen, the guy that invented the Segway and iBot. Pablo Picasso was thought to have ADHD, and Vincent van Gogh. So anyway, I've kind of rambled. Recommendations for recommendations for successful entrepreneurship when you've got ADHD. If you're in business, or you're an entrepreneur and you can do it, if you can get an ADHD coach and a business mentor, that will help you a lot. Focus on one business at a time. Build businesses for sustainability. Try and automate your processes with systems. Outsourcing operations may be helpful. Be a serial entrepreneur. Manage an empire of businesses. ADHD is not all bad. It can be, but it can be really good. Anyway, this is Greg's Minute in the Cloud, more like 10 minutes. And I really appreciate you tuning in. You could be anywhere else other than here. Check me out over on gregscloud.com, and we will see you next time. Bye. Take care of your mind.